Today, we are going to talk about how to maintain balance in the home, in the family. And quite frankly, that begins with me. That begins with you. Yes, as the administrators, the homemakers, we are the greatest example of what balance looks like. So it begins with us. And the first thing that we need to understand is to obtain that balance is probably the most difficult part. Why? Because for some, order, structure is not a natural thing. It's not easy for everyone to just jump up and be organized, to follow the plan. So I personally, to maintain that personal balance, am very prayerful. It takes me adjusting my own priorities, personal priorities, my own needs, my own desires. It takes me to put those in check and, quite frankly, make some sacrifices. Balance takes commitment. I have to be committed to my own personal balance or structure in order to lead the rest of my family into a balanced lifestyle. Sacrifice is a big part of that. I have learned that I have to sacrifice some of the simple pleasures of life. That Netflix binge once or twice a week, daily, being interrupted by scrolling on my phone or my tablet or my computer, eliminating those types of distractions. Yeah, they can be sacrifices, but they are necessary sacrifices for me to obtain and maintain personal balance so that, again, I can avail myself to the balance that is needed in my own household. Discipline is another important part of me first maintaining balance. Now we're going to get to the family piece, but if I'm not balanced, nobody is balanced. And I've had to learn that by example, by having gone through different seasons where I may not be maintaining my own personal things well. And when I make the necessary adjustments and sacrifices and then become disciplined in how I am caring for myself, it greatly positively affects how my family is balanced. So discipline is key. If you're just getting started with balance, I would suggest that you do what I do periodically as I enter a new season. I sit down and I really reflect on where I am, what my own personal priorities are, and that is for myself, not the responsibilities of caring well for my family, but my own personal priorities and responsibilities are. I put those in proper alignment, and then I talk to my husband about that, sharing with him where I am, where I may be feeling frustrated or burdened with regards to my own personal daily schedule, and I address that. I actually make a daily schedule. I start off with a weekly to-do list. I generally have a running list of things that are going to happen throughout a week. And at the end of the week, I go through that. I purge those things that maybe I didn't get to and don't care to carry on to the next week. And I start a fresh to-do list. From that to-do list, I put things on my daily schedule on a regular basis in the evening. Go over what I did for the day, sit down with my to-do list, add the 5 or 6 things that I want to be on my daily schedule for the next day, and start the routine all over again. That helps me personally to keep my priorities straight. Now for the family. I consider what's happening in a season for a time. For instance, it's spring. We're getting ready to go into the early summer activities. And so I've considered what are the activities that the boys are going to be doing. And I put those on my family schedule. The family schedule should consist of all day, each day. What does your day look like for the entire family? Meaning, when do you guys generally get up? What time do you have lunch? What are the afternoon activities? What will be happening around dinner time? Putting that on a family schedule clearly helps to maintain balance. Specifically, when you take that family schedule and you print it off or you write it out. I know for some people, they like to write it on a whiteboard. For me, I like to print it out so that everyone can see the family schedule. That would be what is happening on a regular basis on a daily, 5-day-a-week routine. The benefit of this, how that actually offers balance to your family, to your home, is it is the foundation of what is going to happen, the foundation of order. Everybody can stand on this. You visit that family schedule, it should be centrally located, possibly on the refrigerator, where anyone can go to it and see. At this time, we usually wake up. At this time, we have breakfast, so on and so forth. It adds a firm foundation. And then it also offers structure. How are we going to accomplish the priorities, the responsibilities of the day? Those priorities and responsibilities should be on the family schedule at the given time. Again, it adds structure. If perhaps you go out in the day and some of you have gone to a game and others of you have gone, let's say, to the park. This is the early summer schedule, and you return home. What are we to do next? Go visit the family schedule and find structure. See what's happening next so that everyone can be on one accord. This type of balance also offers order. The order that is necessary to give direction. Direction as, again, you're coming and you're going. Let's say as parents, if you're switching hands, if I'm at home in the morning and my husband perhaps is taking over the things in the evening, comes back in, he can check that schedule and say, oh, it's time for so-and-so to be headed to the football field. It's time for dinner perhaps to get started. He can give me a call. It gives direction. And more importantly than any of those things is it offers a peaceful atmosphere. Balance begins with me. When I have some type of order or structure for what I'm doing, I can avail myself more easily and more readily to the things that are necessary to offer balance to my household. Peace can then abide. As you're coming and as you're going, you understand what each person should be doing. Hopefully this offered you some insight. What do you do to find balance in your home with your family? Share with me in the comments. I would love to hear.